Good afternoon. It's the afternoon after the Manchester United game. That's better result, isn't it? Performance weren't the best. It was a very scrappy match. Both teams were poor, I thought, but we were just a bit better than they were. It's amazing. We thought we were bad. I'm depressed being a Tottenham fan. Manchester United, terrible, weren't they? Aren't they bad? But anyway, yeah. So yesterday at the protest. So what happened was, I actually went out on Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night now. And was out pretty late. So I think I got home about 5 in the morning. So it was a bit of a naughty one. And as you probably well know from the other videos, I didn't have a ticket to the game originally, so I was just going up there to get some footage of the protests and make sure I was part of it, show my face. And my wife promised me she'd take me up there and sort of drop me off and let me sort it out. So my boy came with me, Ollie. We got up there a little bit earlier, wandered down. When we first got down to Lordship Lane, there was nobody actually there, and I was quite surprised. I was thinking, oh my God, have they called it off, or is it going to be a really bad showing? And I was a bit worried that it was going to be a bad show, to be honest, and I didn't know what to do. So we sort of wandered up towards the ground again, right up towards the stadium, had a little wander around there, and then walked back down towards Lordship Lane end, where it was supposed to be starting from. And yeah, it started to gather pace, started to gather numbers. The sound started coming out, the singing started, the chants, Levy out, and the Coolers FC song. And yeah, it started gathering momentum quite quickly, actually. A few of the well-known content suppliers were there. Stell, Sean Butler, We Are TV top people. You had Last Word on Spurs people there. Like, I had a couple of pictures, and my boy had a couple of pictures with them. Stell very kindly followed and subscribed to my channel, so hopefully it should start building soon. Hit 50 subscribers the other day, so it's not massive, but it's growing, and it will get bigger as we go. These things take time. Yeah, so with the chanting was going on, I got to talk to quite a few people, but I didn't interview them yet. I've still got to work on my interviewing qualities, should I say. I interviewed my boy up in front of the Harry Kane mural thing, so if you have a look on my channel, you'll be able to see that, or on my on my Instagram. Yeah, but so we got down there. It was like I chatted to a few people. We've done a few chants. Then I got some footage of the actual process coming down Tottenham High Road. Hopefully you'll enjoy some footage I've done. I got to the front. I tried to wrap around it and go down, get a good sort of sight right way down the actual the full length of the protest, to try and give you guys some good understanding of how many people were there. And it was a really good showing. Really was. I was so impressed. Considering me and my son went to the first ones with Brian Daigle and a few others at the Tottenham training ground, I don't know, it was a few years ago now, when it was snowing, it was awful weather, but we was all outside, and there must have been 20 or 30 of us at the most. It was a poor showing, to be honest, but we still was doing what we believed. Now, thankfully, lots of the fans are coming round to it, and I keep questioning myself on how I feel about Levy, because we all know that he's a fantastic businessman. You can't question the fact that what he's built there is fantastic. The thing we're all against, anyone with any half a brain cell, the thing we're against is the fact that he's not investing in the team enough. And when I say investing in the team, that doesn't mean that the fact that he's given us 300 million to spend. That's not the point. It's how he's spending the money. It's who he's spending the money on. And he's got to start paying better wages to attract the better players. And the fact that our manager would, and I've said this before in videos, I must get bored of saying it, the fact that our manager will ask for a certain player and he won't get that player because that player might ask for certain wages. And if someone's asking for 350 grand a week, then no, they go somewhere else. I don't think it's good to pay players that much money anyway. But if you want the top players, you want to challenge at the top and challenge for titles, which is what he's promised us, That's what we need to do. We need to be paying the money for the transfers and paying the wages. That's the problem with Levy. And he said that he brought in Lang and this other little team around him to like Paratici and what have you, just to try and take the football conversations or football decisions away from him, so that he can concentrate on the business side, which we all know he's the best at. But unfortunately, he just can't do it. He can't let go of the reins, and he has to micromanage everything. I mean, we heard lots of stories about Steve Hitchin when he was putting packages together for players, and it gets to the right to the end of the stage. He'd go to Levy to sign it off, and he'd go, nah. It's so frustrating. And that's the thing that I've got with Levy. So although I say, oh, Levy out, and like there's this new like conversation about is it Qatari owners like coming in potentially and buying the club, but then leaving him in charge. Now, if that's governed by he's in charge of the business side of stuff, then fair enough. But not if he's going to carry on doing the job he's doing now, because it's just frustrating. So yeah, I am completely behind the boys of the Levy out brigade, but I also understand people like Sean Butler's point of view, where he thinks be careful what you wish for, because at least he's kept us stable. He doesn't take loads of money out of the club in that way that we know of, and he's kept us stable for most of these years. But the fans want trophies, and we don't demand trophies every year. We just want to be up. If we've got a stadium we've been promised we're going to be fighting at the top, then that's what we want. And we want the odd trophy every now and then. I don't mind that, every 2 or 3 years, whatever, 4 years we have one, but just it's gone too long. We need something to cheer about, something to be proud of. But yeah, no, that's my take on that. I mean, I really enjoyed this Sunday, and a friend of mine, Alan Saggers, very kindly offered me one of his season tickets because his son wasn't well. And I was so drawn. I really wanted to go and watch the match, but I'm annoyed now because obviously we won. But that's not the point. I still want to go in and cheer the boys anyway, and be part of the protest after the game. But the problem is that I'd already took the pee with my missus a little bit, taking me up there. And bless her, she waited in a car for me to do the protest and that, and then took us home. So for me to then say, oh, I'm staying here to watch the match, would have been really taking the ride a little bit. And my marriage is a little bit more important to me, I'm afraid. So yeah, so I didn't go to the game. I went home, but obviously watched it on TV. And yeah, like I said, it was scrappy. We were the better of two bad sides, I thought, really, if I'm honest. But that's not important, mate. The important, mate, is just to get some points. Get up to mid-table, get this season over and done with, and get the players back, shall I say, and see if we can get a bit of momentum, a little bit of form, and then take that into the Europa League, because that's our only choice now, really. If we can sort of go through that, and if they're making us second favourites behind Man United, well, I don't agree with that at all, if I'm honest. I mean, like, people like Galatasaray, I think there can be a challenge to anyone. But yeah, I mean, that's the trophy we've got to go for now. But more importantly, I don't want to involve with a relegation battle. Just get us in the mid-table so we can relax in that way. We win and lose if we have to in the league, and just concentrate on the Europa League to maybe get us a trophy. It's the only chance we've got, like I just said. But yeah, it's then in looking at the next season, sort of, if we do stick with Postecoglou, strengthen again, but this time, Mr. Levy, please sign some guaranteed players. And I know the guaranteed part of that isn't guaranteed, so it's a bit of a stupid thing to say, but if you're getting tried and trusted top professionals, paying the right money for them, paying the right wages, bring them in around all those kids we've got at the moment and the potential around. Let go of a couple of players that I don't believe are consistent enough, like Basuma, mainly for me. I don't want that kid in the club anymore. He's too inconsistent and makes too many mistakes. And the mistakes he makes usually lead to goals against. Yeah, so going into the summer, some new signings in, good pre-season for everybody, and then let's go next year. And then after next year, if we're still talking about our players not getting the Postecoglou way, once they learn it, then I'm sorry, he needs to go. Because he's already been there 20 months, and I'm going against that now already, him saying that he can't still got to get my philosophy through to them. If you haven't done it in 20 months, mate, you're not going to do it. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it. It's nice to get, and also like Mads to get his goal yesterday. It was quite nice to rub it in the face of Roy Keane after caning him off. Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think I sort of semi-agree with Keane to a little bit, saying that how inconsistent that Maddison's been. But still, I don't think any player should be calling someone out like that, if I'm honest. But there you go. Yeah, so that was that for the game. Looking forwards to next week. Yeah, got another week's training they can get in hand. Hopefully another player or two can come back from injury. And yeah, let's try and be a bit more positive if we can now. That's what I want, a bit of positivity. It's been so dire at the moment, isn't it, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of, like, the little bits of talk, and this is how bad it's been getting. Like, we've got the talk of like Harry Kane and his buyout clause. That's been a niche for us to hold on to potentially to give us a bit of confidence. And then you got the Pochettino stuff, like him flirting with coming back to us potentially. I mean, obviously that would be my call to get him, if I'm honest, get him back and actually back him this time properly. But I've got a horrible feeling that ain't never going to happen while Daniel Levy's here, because he's never going to admit that he was wrong in getting rid of him. But yeah, okay, I'll do another little post in a few days, because I want to do a special post actually, and look out for me questions of the day, because they're always fun, I think, if you can get involved with them. Yeah, so if you could subscribe please, share and like this video, I'll be much appreciated. And yeah, let's try and build this community. Come on, you Spurs.